CBS LA at 4.
I'm assignment editor Mike Rogers at the desk. A crazy pursuit of a stolen work truck. New information from police straight ahead.
We did what we said we were going to do, and now we've got to step out and just face that reality, and so that's a great thing.
Artemis astronauts reflecting back on making history around the moon, the gravity of their mission, and adjusting to life back here on Earth.
And the fallout from the war with Iran stretching from the sea to the sky, the warning to travelers planning their summer vacations. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Amy Johnson.
And I'm Juan Fernandez. This is CBS LA at 4. Now at 4, a home in the San Fernando Valley targeted by thieves caught on camera prowling the park.
Yeah, it's the latest in a string of break-ins, leaving residents in the area on edge as police continue searching for the suspects. CBS LA's Joy Benedict is live in Valley Glen, where suspects smashed through a back window overnight. Joy.
Yeah, and it's certainly not the first time. It's very similar to what we were talking about yesterday, just a couple of miles away. But again, we are dealing with what appears to be a rash of recent burglaries here in the San Fernando Valley, and it has many here in this community on edge, to say the least. This is the shot that had one homeowner calling 911 as two men enter his side yard, move a camera, and cut the power. When he arrived at his Valley Glen home minutes later, his glass door was shattered and his home ransacked, the newest victim of a rash of burglaries in the San Fernando Valley. And although this homeowner didn't want to speak on camera, his neighbors, like many in this area, are on edge.
I'd say it's definitely happening more often. There's just been a spike of things that I've been seeing.
Tuesday night, 2 other homes were hit. It's terrible, you know. It's not a good feeling. Osnat Miara's home on Hatteras was burglarized Tuesday night. She says the same thing happened. A camera moved, the power cut, and her back door shattered as burglars tipped over furniture and went through her belongings. 30 minutes later on Hesby, homeowners say their cameras caught a man checking out homes right before this one was burglarized.
I only heard they got in through her bedroom, ransacked it, but they left through the French door in the back.
Barbara Adi lives next door and says the burglar was also seen on security camera looking at her other neighbor's home.
And he's the one that called her and said, there's someone stabbing at her house. And they see him on camera on foot, leaving her house and walking this way. And he goes.
In all, there have been 7 homes burglarized in the North Hollywood division since Friday night.
We got a call from our neighbors saying that they had been burglarized, and so, oh my God, and so then we checked our cameras, and sure enough, there were 2 cars that pulled up and 2 cars that left, probably like 1:30 in the morning.
Mark Grossen lives on Berry Court, where his cameras...
Hello, YouTube. David, Joe, Lady. How is everyone?
On the cameras, the one thing they do is that they cover their license plate, so it's really hard to identify them. It seems very highly organized. That's kind of what's disturbing.
Right now, the LAPD says all the burglaries are being investigated separately, but there are clear similarities.
It just sounds like there's some, highly organized thieves out there, and I think we all have to just really be on the lookout.
And although these crimes are invasive and scary, these neighbors say they are also thankful that no one was hurt.
Don't risk it for, just something that you could replace in the morning.
Now again, the Los Angeles Police Department says they are investigating all these burglaries individually at this time, but they are looking into the possibility that some of them may be connected. And it's important to point out that burglaries are down, at least in numbers, not only here in this area, but also across the city of Los Angeles. However, when it's your neighborhood and it's your street, it doesn't always feel that way. I'll send it back to you guys.
Joy, thank you. A man is in grave condition after a trench collapse at a Pacific Palisades construction site. SkyCal was over the scene just over an hour ago near Beirut Avenue and West Via de las Olas. No one else was hurt. The cause of the collapse is being investigated.
A woman leads police on a long chase in a stolen work truck.
Assignment editor Mike Rogers at the desk. And Mike, this one went on and on even after several spike screens.
Yeah, and finally, a last spike was able to get it, but she still continued to drive even after that. I just got off the phone with Hollywood Watch Commander. He's telling me this all started at Franklin and Western when the operator of the vehicle accidentally left it unlocked with the keys inside, allowing this woman to jump in. So this is very fresh. We'll show you the video. LAPD tells me the officers actually were responding to the area so quickly quickly that they spotted the stolen vehicle being driven away from where it was stolen from. So this is the very lengthy chase that ensued following that. The LAPD got behind it. They eventually handed it off to CHP. There's the woman behind the wheel who is now in custody back at LAPD Hollywood Station, accused of felony evading as well as the theft of the car here, the truck rather. CHP, though, chased this up the 5 freeway and then all the way up onto the 14 freeway. So far, in fact, on the 14 freeway that we actually ended up in Kern County. Take a look at that. That was a successful spike strip by CHP. It made the car come to a crawl, but not after she still drove it for about another 5 or 10 minutes. Eventually, though, she does give up, gets out of the car, hands up, walking back towards those officers wearing that dress there. She is taken into custody without any further incident. The damage to the truck, according to the watch commander I just spoke with, is the spiked tires. Thankfully, there is no other damage, but certainly that is something that had to get towed all the way out of there where you see in Kern County here. This woman finally being taken into custody near Rosamond, just north of LA County near Edwards Air Force Base. So she has been taken into custody, and tonight the owner of those trucks will get it back, but it now has some damage.
Certainly does. All right, Mike, thank you. Well, parents are afraid to send their children to school after a teen is accused of shooting another teen outside Sepulveda Middle School in North Hills.
That's right, we reported the shooting yesterday as breaking news right here at 4. The teen shot now is recovering. CBS LA's Jeff Delaney is live outside the school doors. Jeff?
YAD spoke to the victim's aunt earlier, and she told us the 15-year-old is back at home recovering after being treated for a gunshot wound. And this afternoon, a number of parents are telling us they would like to see a consistent level of security at LAUSD schools to prevent more violence.
No, Amy Johnson.
Oh my God, I heard some big ones.
Jeff,
Inside Sepulveda Middle School,
I'm doing Amy at the tower.
visible signs of heat.
So Amy's not on camera for the H2425, right?
Lockdowns here because of a shooting near campus.
Wait, is he saying I'm still going? Maybe he's
Yeah, you're still going, yeah.
Okay.
But just the lead-up story.
After having reservations about sending him to school.
But it's not safe, honestly. I don't feel safe for my kid.
Just after 3 p.m. Wednesday, police got a call of a shooting near the school. The LAPD says a 13-year-old who attended the middle school is the suspect who shot another teen and ran away. The victim's aunt says
Oh, yeah.
a 15-year-old who is a student at Sepulveda. He came to the campus to pick up
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
There has been this boy constantly trying to pick fights with him.
I heard a bunch of helicopters.
This man lives nearby. He wants to see the suspect's parents held accountable.
Oh, yeah.
And he also
For who knows how long.
wants to get help.
I feel bad for the kid because then I don't know how he was raised or something like that. I don't know how he got the gun. There could be something mentally wrong with him.
It's nice, but it's only for 1 day. And my concern is you have to be every single day.
Parents say this visible level of security doesn't happen every day. Since 2020, the school district established a policy that prohibits permanently stationing police officers on school campuses, focusing instead on a patrol model with officers patrolling surrounding neighborhoods. Do you agree with that policy?
Of course not.
We asked multiple parents the same question. Do you want to see police officers on campus?
Yes, inside, yeah. That'd be more better.
And the LAPD says that the suspect has not been caught. We also reached out to the school district to find out how much longer the extra security will remain in place here, but we are still waiting to hear back. Reporting live in North Hills, Jeff Nguyen, CBS LA.
Israel and Lebanon have agreed to temporarily halt fighting. That was a precondition from Iran before it would agree to do a deal with the U.S. President Trump is touting a 10-day ceasefire between the two countries. The president says there are plans for a future meeting between Israel and Lebanon at the White House. The potential truce comes as Iranian officials continue to say an agreement to stop Israeli strikes on Iran-backed Hezbollah in Lebanon is important to the larger ceasefire with the U.S. set to expire next week.
I think we will have an agreement between Lebanon, and they're going to take care of Hezbollah, but they're going to they're going to be working on Hezbollah right now, but we'll have an agreement between Israel, very importantly, and Lebanon.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth warned Iran that if the regime does not accept a deal, the U.S. military is, quote, reloading with more power.
North Atlantic is saying it's scrapping all of their flights for the summer season coming in and out of LAX. Now, to be clear, we haven't seen a flight come in or out of LAX with Norse since the middle of January. But now they're pointing to the global fuel crisis and rising costs due to the war in the Middle East. But because of this, we talked to some travelers today about what this might mean. We're seeing some higher prices here when it comes to airfare and also maybe less options.
Just like driving, gas prices go up. It's a price that you have to eat if you want to get from point A to point B.
Just got to get over it. But once we get through, I feel like it's going to be smooth sailing. We'll see a lot lower gas prices and everything, a lot more travel, a lot more things going on. So.
The airline is cutting nonstop flights from Los Angeles to major European cities like London, Paris, and Rome. Even though North reported record revenue this year, it says these long-haul routes out of LAX have simply become too expensive to operate, with fuel now making up more than half the total cost on some flights. Passengers with tickets are being notified and offered refunds, travel credits, or rebooking options. And it's not just Norse. This is part of a bigger trend with airlines worldwide, trimming routes and raising fares as oil prices spike, at one point nearing $200 a barrel. Now, we did get a statement from Norse to CBS LA saying part of this cancellation is due to the unforeseen global fuel crisis, and we unfortunately, with heavy floods, have to cancel our beloved LAX routes due to high fuel risk exposure. This will protect sustainable future and our ability to remain a reliable service to most of our passengers this summer.
I've never heard of him either.
We are truly sorry for the inconvenience and apologize for passengers when their travel plans change. And we're not just seeing issues here with Norse, Delta, and United have already said that they're going to be raising prices because of prices. Also, we are hearing that Spirit Airlines is facing some financial
Hollywood did say it with forever.
what's going on to
Hi, Naya. Thank you.
there. But right now, travelers with this expect to pay a little bit more when it comes to airfare and also expect less options as well. At LAX, I'm Amanda Starr, CBS LA.
Up next, a report showing their out-of-this-world experiences.
I've never been skydiving, but if you dove off a skyscraper backwards, that's what it felt like for 5 seconds.
Wow. Artemis astronauts reflect back on their historic trip around the moon and their dramatic splashdown right back on Earth.
If you walk down the beach here in Santa Monica and stumbled across this, you may have wondered what it is. Just ahead here on CBS LA, why it may be the key to protecting LA's beaches.
Do you remember that story Zach did in Big Bear about the woman who had cancer and immigration picked up her husband? And she was like, yeah.
Now with the daughters.
So she died. He got released Monday, and she died Tuesday.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You waited for him.
She waited for him.
Oh my God.
Isn't that sad?
She wanted to make sure he was there with her daughters.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Oh, that gave me chills.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awful. And then that story that we did with the dad who they did the early graduation with.
Oh, yeah.
So sad. So now that this dad has been released, does that mean he's
We don't know. We're trying to get a hold of DHS to figure that out. I mean, in theory, he would still be complying with courts and, doing all that, but.
I feel like I'm gonna get a David update soon. I'm just feeling it.
Hey. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Isn't it weird? It's the weirdest concept ever. Yeah. It's not uncommon. It's weird, but it's not terribly uncommon. Yeah. Anyway.
I've come to realize is we did what we said we were going to do.
Yep.
And now we've got to step out and just face that reality. And so that's a great thing.
Splashdown confirmed at 7:07.
Nearly a week after splashing down,
Everything we did up there was a four-person activity.
the crew of NASA's Artemis II is still riding high.
We launched as friends, and we came back as best friends.
The four brave astronauts, Reed, Victor, Christina, and Jeremy, addressed the media Thursday after their historic trip around the moon.
Every time I've been waking up, or in the first few days, I thought I was floating.
I sleep a lot better now because I don't have Reed underneath me kicking me. Oh, come on! The crew of Artemis II now bound for the moon.
The crew set a new record for human spaceflight, traveling over 252,000 miles from Earth.
Houston copy. We'll see you on the other side.
They also captured images of the moon never before seen by the naked eye and observed the rare deep space solar eclipse.
We're all kind of struck by these things that make us feel small, but yet this very powerful feeling as a human being.
The 10-day test flight wasn't without its issues. Commander Reed Wiseman says the crew encountered a few challenges, including pressure leaks, toilet issues, and warning signals.
You want to get somebody's attention really quick? Make the fire alarm go off in your spacecraft when you're still about 80,000 miles from home.
With the success of Artemis II, NASA already has its next Artemis mission in its sights.
It was easy to accomplish as a team because we had put in the work. We know how to put in the work to make it accomplishable when the time comes.
The space agency says its goal is to return to the lunar surface as early as 2028. Bryn Baumgartner, CS News.
Well, a new record low for California's snowpack. Take a look at these side-by-sides comparing 1 year ago to present day. Now, the snowpack is now at 10 to 20%. Cal Fire says this number matters more than people realize. The department says that's because the snowpack is essentially a slow-release water source. They say low snowpack means vegetation dries out faster, meaning wildfires can start and spread more easily. Cal Fire says it's been an unusually dry and warm end to the winter this year. So will that dry and warm, conditions stick around throughout this spring?
Yeah, let's find out. Amy, meteorologist Ellen Taft is tracking your next weather forecast. Sounds good to us. Evelyn, thank you. Coming up here at 4, it's been a hot spot for crime and squatters for years, and now neighbors living near an eyesore property are finally getting some relief.
Plus, grappling with a new reality. Local college wrestling team taking their fight to court to try to get the program reinstated.
Why would they drop a?
What did you say? Where,
Combo.
both of us? Okay. A lot of schools are dropping programs. Women's, men's.
They're too expensive. We did one. There was a school that dropped like water polo, like women's water polo, and
I mean, like wrestling, you need a wrestling mat and 2 people, and a referee.
yeah, but I think it's like transportation gets expensive, hotels get expensive.
Yeah, travel,
Yeah.
buses, vans, meals.
And a lot of these schools aren't private,
Right.
where parents can't afford.
Yeah, but I mean, this school that he's covering, my own daughter, is private, so I don't know what happened. A lot of them are. There's another kind of big school that dropped a lot of stuff.
I can see it right here.
Isn't she wonderful? DJ Nate.
Yes, yes to both. Bruno Mars right here.
Oh, this is Bruno.
I did.
Oh, you're going to see Bruno?
No, I did.
Oh, when?
Opening night in Vegas.
Oh, nice.
It was so good. What do you say was your favorite? Oh my gosh, I've seen so many over the years.
A lot of them are great.
Did you remember, Marco, Juan and I used to go to concerts when they were like
$18.
$18, $20.
Thanks, Ticketmaster.
Huh?
So thanks, Ticketmaster.
Thanks Ticketmaster, thanks Napster, thanks streaming music.
Yeah.
Never. There was a time when, I mean, in the summer, we go to concerts like probably 3 a month.
It was like a whole summer concert series. Yeah, I don't have a favorite. I enjoy all of them for different reasons. I mean, I go because I want to. Scientists have made dire predictions about the toll of rising sea levels on SoCal's iconic beaches, but a nonprofit is now working to protect the Santa Monica's sandy strip.
As CDSLA's Carl Fenstrom reports, they're using a low-tech tool, and this month, you can check it out for yourself.
Well, I used to see flowers and plants on LA County's beaches, and conservationists are now growing them with purpose.
I thought you were going to say new kids on the block.
Erosion of our coastline is coming.
I gotta be
And we
honest,
think that
Prince
this would help
up there on my
protect the
top,
beach.
Tom
Bruno,
Stewart heads up the nonprofit, the Bay
Janet
Foundation.
Jackson, Rhythm
During
Nation,
first month, he
up
said
there.
that with guided explorations, a Santa Monica's budding beach dude.
See, I feel like I did more like festivals.
Beach plants and dunes vibrate.
More festivals than, yeah.
Fantastic job holding on to the sand, holding their position, and even after the sand has been eroded
That's
out
like a
in the
newer,
roots,
I mean,
they
to
survive.
some
They also
extent, we
give
used to have
birds
these
and wildlife a place to
concerts where
thrive.
it'd be like a bunch
The
of
rolling mounds
groups.
are common
Yeah.
on the East Coast, but during the last
I like the festivals though because I just feel like you get,
sand to cover huge
Lumber
stretches.
bang for your buck.
yeah.
Tractors used to rake up trash have helped keep
I'd love to go
dunes
to
from
Coachella
forming.
one time, but I just don't know if I.
So I've gone 3 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And the first 2 times was pre-pandemic. The last one was the first one after the pandemic. And I don't know if it's just because the pandemic was so exhausting and so like draining and everything like that. But when I went back after the pandemic, I was like, man, I forgot how exhausting it is to be here. Like, it's just a lot. And I think,
There's no place to sit unless you have like VIP seats.
well, not only that, but it's like getting to and from the venue is tough. Like, I remember the night we saw Harry Styles. With the time we were like, okay, let's go home, to the time we got from like leaving the festival back to where we were staying was 3 hours. Yeah.
And that difference is due to the
What about you, YouTube? You guys go to festivals, concerts? What's your favorite one?
And that the sea level has been rising, but it will be rising more. Ford says, unfortunately, dunes alone won't stop the anticipated erosion and destruction of many area beaches. He believes it could buy LA's precious coastline an extra 50 or more years for the world to address
Really?
the impacts of
What do you
climate
think I'm talking about?
One of the residents that participated in
Oh, yeah.
meeting, she's like,
It's about Vinny.
protect my home with a ribbon of life, and I was like, that's exactly what we're doing.
Cara Finstrom, CBS, LA.
And CBS LA is teaming up with Heal the Bay and Wyland Foundation to make Earth Month count. Join us this Saturday morning at Heal the Bay's Nothing But Sand Beach Cleanup. We're going to be there from 10 until noon near the Santa Monica Pier. To sign up, just visit cbsla.com/earthmonth or the link. If you're out there, we hope that you'll stop by our CBS LA Cares booth and say hello.
Yes, indeed. All right, coming up next in 4, save not once, but twice.
A woman rescued from a burning home thanks officers for not only saving her life, but for how they saved her a second time, months later.
And I'm Simon Editor Mike Rogers at the desk. Suspects accused in a bear claw fraud have been sentenced. How long they'll spend behind bars? It's ahead at 4:30.
Love that story.
That's the one where they dressed up,
Yeah, but get this, they're only going to weekend jail
so they keep going back like
every weekend.
for how long?
180 days.
So lots of lot.
Yeah.
I'd almost rather like
So they have to do that 2 days.
180 divided by 2 is
90, 99 and
90
80.
weekends?
90 weekends?
yeah.
Wow, so like how many years? Almost 2 years. But you know what? At least they don't lose their job, right? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I can keep working. Could you imagine? Hey, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, I'm busy for the next 2 years. I'll be in jail.
Remember that story about
But
the
you know what?
bear?
They get a lot of rest.
Yeah, right.
But you know what? Okay. Depending on how you look at things too, you could go, well, you're gonna get a book. I'll take a book with me. Relax.
Get away from your kids for the weekend.
You miss a lot of things on the weekends, but you know, look, you can do whatever you want during the week.
Yeah.
So you can hit concerts, you go to work, you go to concerts, you go to dinner, you eat like great food all week long. So then when the weekend comes, and you're
Yeah.
like, I want bologna and cheese. You do a fast every weekend. This is water, please.
And what happens is they'll have good behavior, as they will. They'll cut it in half.
Yeah.
They'll do
1 year.
1 year.
So, but I have two that won't even do that. I mean, you kind of have to give them credit for the idea. Because it's kind of like,
It's crazy. But the video was so bad.
even if they didn't have video,
Yeah.
you know, if they were just like, some bear got in, I left some food in there, and it destroyed my car.
But even the way that a bear rips into a car seat, it just, these 4 lines, it's just not even,
They would have been better off crashing,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah.
YouTube's like weekend jail.
Hi, YouTube.
This is CBS LA at 4.
An update now on the case of some very clever criminals, a group of people dressing up as bears and trashing their own cars, all for the insurance money.
As I'm an editor, Mike Rogers is at the desk, and Mike, they weren't that clever because
Yeah.
they were caught, now they've actually been sentenced.
They have been caught. They have been sentenced. The people involved in this alleged scheme were convicted of it and now are facing some jail time, but in an unusual way. They'll only be going to weekend jail. Show you the video here. It was all caught on camera. Surveillance video shows the people dressed up in a bear costume climbing through the fronts of their own car and damaging it. California Department of Insurance investigated this and recovered the bear costume itself through the course of their investigation. Well, the people involved in this, at least 3 out of the 4, will be spending 180 days in jail, but only during the weekends. So essentially, they'll be allowed to be out and do what they need to do during the week. Then usually on a Friday night, they'll go turn themselves into whatever county jail they're supposed to go to, stay there till Monday, and get released. They'll do this for almost 2 years when you break down the time that they'll have to be in there. And there again is the video of them crawling in. This is when the Department of Insurance made the arrest there. This was such a strange case because they wanted to do this damage, according to prosecutors, to be able to collect the insurance money on the car, and dressed up in a bear suit to do it. So the whole thing caught on one of their cameras, and that's ultimately what led to their prosecution.
All right, Mike. Finally, some relief for neighbors who have been living near an eyesore property for many years in North Hollywood. Today, the city sent workers to clean up the abandoned lot on Barnett Avenue after a fire destroyed the house 10 years ago. It's been, a hotspot for squatters who had turned it into a trash-filled drug den. Nearby residents say they don't feel safe and are afraid to walk around in their own neighborhood. They say they've been complaining to the city for years and are glad to see the site finally being cleaned up.
It's happened before. There's been some activity where there was an effort to clean it up and it just comes back. So the real issue is preventing this from springing up again.
But the city says it will bill the property owner for that cleanup, and if the owner doesn't pay up and take care of the property, well, then the city will seize it. A home in Highland Park turned into a living lab for low-waste living. Cal Recycle opened their doors on a unique model home today, showcasing ways that local action can be solving global pollution. From the kitchen to the curb, the home highlights simple changes that we can all, take that can reduce our environmental footprint, including sorting trash, recycling, and composting, buying in bulk, and preserving energy by doing full runs of water.
Oh, that looks cool.
On one side of a Riverside Park Thursday, you have the kids on a field trip. On the other side, former Cal Baptist University Division I collegiate wrestlers training for their next match.
You see like a bunch of kids playing and stuff, and people in the swimming pool over there, and it's kind of just like, well, we're actually at a park.
The wrestlers are training at the park because the university closed down its wrestling facilities last month after deciding to cut the program as a whole in January. A decision the school called required for their transition to the Big West Conference.
Hey, Nate. Hey, in this break, can I track something real quick?
No warning.
I don't need it on camera, just my mic.
We're cutting the programs and, you guys need to pack up your stuff and you leave the campus.
Despite the team gaining community support and raising more than $1 million under their hashtag Keep CBU Wrestling since that day in January, the university refuses to reverse its decision.
Now, these wrestlers have one more non-NCAA event to compete in next week, called the U.S. Open. A chance to prove their ability to themselves and to other coaches looking for talent. But they don't have their CBU resources. So the park it is.
We don't have our facilities that we want or ideal circumstances, but it's important to us, so we're trying our best to make it happen.
In the meantime, the wrestlers and their attorneys have filed a federal lawsuit against Cal Baptist University, as well as a preliminary injunction trying to bring the program back, a move they believe could have a bigger impact than just here in Riverside.
I think that this is important. It's an important battle for an even bigger reason, and that's the preservation of Olympic sports.
A federal judge is expected to make a decision on that federal injunction in May. In Riverside, Zach Kawada, CBS LA.
Well, the LA Rams unveiling a new look today. It's some subtle changes to the uniforms that they've been wearing since 2020. With solid color numbers on front and back, and horns on the sleeve that now curl at the end. Their logo now goes with a solid yellow mark with a sharper point at the end as well.
Looking sharp there. Well, the LPGA is in town this week, right here in Southern Cal.
Yeah, the best female golfers in the world are all here, and Jim Hill is live in Tarzana with more from the lake. Jim.
It is absolutely incredible. What a beautiful, beautiful day this is, that is for sure, here at the El Caballero Country Club for the first round of the JM Eagle LA Golf Championship. And we talked about a beautiful round. How about this? What a beautiful day here in the San Fernando Valley.
Patty Cannabis played golf here at UCLA. She birdies number 18 and shoots a round of 7 under par 65 and is in second place. But the leader here is from Japan, Shizuiwa, here on the first hole for a birdie, and she drains that putt, which is really an amazing thing. Iwa's just 23 years old and looking for her second win on the LPGA Tour. And on the fifth hole, she drops in another birdie. She shoots a round of 9 under par 63 and has the lead by some 2 shots.
Hey. Hi, just looking ahead. 2 things. The story about the crime mapping. So I did reach out to LAPD to say, like, look, what's the deal? How are people supposed to know what the crime is in their neighborhood, especially when you have a rash of burglaries like this? They've not gotten back to me. I don't expect them to. I've asked them this question before, and they won't answer me. So, of a thing. I think it's good. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to doing it at all if you like it. So there's that, and then Elaine had flagged this for me. I think you guys talked about it in the meeting, the Santa Barbara DUI crash. So I'm zooming with her brother, the victim's brother.
Well, they are in awe of you because you shot a 200 round of 70. Yeah. How'd that feel?
Yeah, it felt pretty good. Less than these shots out there still, but hopefully trying to get those back tomorrow and trying to get out there and play just as well tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you. Go get some rest.
Yeah.
Good luck tomorrow when we come back to you again.
Oh, wow.
Come back and do another one. She is absolutely incredible. Boy, live on Jim Hill. Back to you in the studio now.
We'll be keeping an eye on her for sure. Jim, thanks so much. Coming up, thankful for her guardian angels.
I just would have gone
Yeah.
to bed and fallen asleep, and God knows if I would still be alive today.
Right. I'll have to look. This feels on the low end because this person's not even going to go to prison. They'll only go to county jail. And that does feel like the low end. So I'll look and see if there's a statutory minimum or like what the average is. Yeah.
It's me, the Beebs.
Right. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, 3, 2. Their phones were taken. The pledge is forced to set up a campsite in this remote area. You're looking at it right here on my computer. Once the campsite was set up, Camilo says, things got different. No, I'm good. Thank you.
Is it Newport Beach Moke or Moki? Moke? Okay.
Hey, Carlos. How are you?
Moke? Newport Beach Moke? Okay. That's okay. I'll just say no. Moke style buggies. Moke style buggies. Moke. Oh my God. Oh my God. The vehicles are worth $200,000. Wow. Mike, why'd you have to retract that?
It was just bothering me some because I'm airing it. They wanted to run at 5:30 tonight, but there was when I edited it yesterday, I was so slammed on time that there was like I chopped off a line that I said before that, and so I felt like in my inflection you could hear that I had said something before.
Sometimes you have to redo, like,
Yeah.
in the pickup, yeah.
So it bothered me, so I just wanted to retrack it.
I was telling Andy your hard work yesterday to get that.
I was stressed yesterday.
You're stressing me out.
The weather is going to be fantastic as we get into and through the weekend. There's always a lot to do in Southern California. Here are 3 things happening over the next 3 days. Spring Fest in Redondo Beach going on all weekend long. We will highlight for you Friday, which because of offshore winds should be really pleasant. Mid-70s and mid-afternoon, 70 to
cooling down to about 67 degrees by 6 o'clock. That's at Redondo Beach going on this weekend. A lot of Earth Day events happening this weekend as well. Many beaches having a cleanup. One of them would be in Dana Point. It's the Stand Up to Trash beach cleanup. It's going to be warm at the beach. We'll likely make it to the mid-70s this weekend. A little cool to start the day, but sunshine throughout the day on Saturday, 9 a.m., 70 degrees, and 73 by 11 o'clock before that sea breeze kicks in. And Saturday and Sunday, the LA Festival of Books that's happening at the USC campus. Temperatures there should be really pleasant. We're looking at 50, so a little cool in the morning. If you're heading there after lunch for Sunday brunch, we're looking at 74 degrees at lunchtime and 78 degrees from 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That is for the LA Festival of Books. The weather is a 2 thumbs up for all outdoor events this weekend. Meteorologist Paul Viano, make it a great day.
Paul, thanks. Newport Beach Rental Company says it was targeted by scammers claiming to work for Justin Bieber. Newport Beach Moat told the California Post days before Coachella, a man put in a last-minute request for 4 of its Moat-style buggies to allegedly shuttle Justin Bieber around the festival. The vehicles were delivered to an address given in Palm Desert, but they were never returned. Tracking data later showed the vehicles moving towards the U.S.-Mexico border before their GPS signals were disabled. The vehicles are worth more than $200,000. Riverside County Sheriff's Department said it is investigating the incident. Authorities have not confirmed any connection to Justin Bieber.
Well, some of Hollywood's most iconic films are making a digital comeback. The Library of Congress has been safeguarding more than 145,000 highly flammable nitrate prints of classics like Casablanca and Disney favorites like Dumbo inside a fireproof vault near Washington, D.C. Now, preservation specialists are using the technology to make high-definition digital copies of those films to help keep them alive forever.
The ability to scan things has suddenly made all these films that previously would not have had a life beyond writing a book about it with the filmmaker, and now we can make them available for everybody.
Well, since being set up in 2007 inside a former U.S. Federal Reserve building, the nitrate film vault has maintained a perfect no-fire record.
All right, still ahead here for a stolen U-Haul in disguise. A thief thought he could pull a fast one on officers, but clues have helped CHP crack this case.
Plus, reducing sonic booms to a quiet thump. How NASA says we could be one step closer to a quiet supersonic flight over land.
Shall we go to the interview, Mark? We're not on camera till Pints and Ponytails, right? Oh, no, not yet. Can't go to the
Hey, Gary, I'm well. Hey, Andrew. Carlos, good, good, good.
Because it ain't easy, Marco. Easy like Sunday morning.
Easy like Sunday morning.
Name that thing. Okay. Maddie.
Oh, they fix it?
Fix what?
The copy machine?
Yeah, it just, they didn't, it just, I just had to wait. It like fixed itself. We tried it like 2 more times and it just worked.
2 people to saving my life because I did not smell anything. I did not hear anything. I just would have gone back to bed and fallen asleep, and God knows if I would still be alive.
Because we got it from.
Well, less than 2 months later, burglars broke into Russo's boarded-up home and took off with thousands of dollars worth of jewelry. Officers identified the suspect's car and found 2 women with the stolen items. Russo was reunited with her jewelry and went back to thank the Elk Grove Police Department for helping her out once, but twice.
Lucky lady, right? In Northern California, a stolen U-Haul has been recovered.
You guys see the 105?
Tried to make it look like a generic van by
Where are we?
removing all of its decals and spray painting it. You can see it looks like a plain white van with black
Okay, cool.
spray paint on it. U-Haul decals were removed. CHP investigators learned the U-Haul was rented with fraudulent documents soon after the U-Haul was located. The driver was arrested and booked into the Sacramento County Jail for auto theft-related charges and an outstanding warrant. Hair ties, brushes, and a whole lot of patience. When it comes to the perfect ponytail, girl dads know the struggle.
Now, as CBS LA's Tina Krause tells us, some men are meeting at a bar to learn how to master the ultimate dad challenge.
At pubs across the UK,
Hello, everybody, welcome to Punch the Ponytail.
dads are letting their hair down, bonding over beer and a shared goal, learning to do their daughter's hair.
We're all running jokes and drop your shorts off at school and about, oh, does that do your hair today?
I've learned how to do great.
That way.
Matt Carter and Lawrence Price created constant ponytails
Feel free to mess up, feel free to find it awkward, weird.
to take the pressure off hectic mornings at home.
Now's your chance to get really familiar on a non-moving object before you go live tomorrow morning.
An ongoing object,
Viral
just like you said,
online.
Marco.
If you hold the hair up and just split it, the hairband's going to pull itself back to the hair.
This event sold out in 10 minutes.
Marco.
Very relaxed, which I think is great. Very judgment, which I think is fantastic given what I'm producing in front of me at the moment.
Men are picking up a whole new set of skills, from buns to braids. Paul Jessup can't wait to put it into practice on his 1-year-old.
Overhead with styles and
He's got a ponytail himself.
Hey.
Carter has
No.
managed to master his 4-year-old's favorite style.
how you feel
Yeah.
when you know how to do your hair.
What happened?
Creators say it's about giving kids and dads new confidence
Yeah.
in the everyday moments that matter most. Tina Krause, CBS News, London.
Yeah.
We're getting a
Right.
preview of the National Archives
Yeah, with
Freeway
Westmont.
National Tour a day before it opens to the public at the USC Fisher
Yeah.
Museum of Art. The theme is Documents That Forged
Right.
a Nation. The exhibit brings America's
Right.
most
Yeah,
significant
'cause it can't- yeah.
documents to 8 cities this year.
Agreed.
USC is the third stop,
Right.
only university.
Everyone can see the Declaration of Independence.
Yes, please.
The exhibit is free for the public, but you do need advance tickets.
Well, NASA is showing off its new X-59 quiet supersonic jet. So far, it's had 8 test flights departing from its home base at NASA's Armstrong Flight Research Center. That's in Edwards, California, and flying for 90 minutes, reaching a maximum altitude of 20,000 feet. The aircraft is projected to fly approximately 990 miles per hour, meaning it could potentially fly nonstop from the UK to New York in approximately 3 hours and 44 minutes. Normal commercial flights generally take around 7 to 8 hours.
But it won't be cheap.
No, not at all.
Well, some spring sunshine today, but some wind and warmer temps are on deck ahead for weekends.
Ellen Tapp showing us what we can expect in our next one.
It'll be nice.
Hey, David. Yeah, we're almost there. Thank you. Hey, do you guys want me to call Keen? Do you guys want me to call Sergeant Keen? Copy.
Hey, Evelyn, new at the top of the hour on CBS LA at 5, the new settlement involving Trader Joe's that could put some money back in your pocket. Plus some movement, the race for governor and the new poll with the new Democratic frontrunner after Eric Swalwell suspended his campaign. That and a lot more new at the top of the hour on CBS LA at 5.
Hi. Our notes say we don't know if it's a shooting. Do you want me to call Keen and see if he can confirm it's a shooting? So you just talked to TMC. Okay. Okay, bye. Huh? No, it's a freeway shooting. Hello, sir. You got anything on the... I know, twice in 2 days. I got bugged you yesterday. You're going to go back on vacation on me, huh? You got anything on the 105? Okay. Okay. What was the call time? 1:45. And car to car, you guys think? Or at least the victim was in the car? And this is the eastbound? And this is major crimes?
Yeah, Mike. You've been wearing flats?
Yeah.
Walking barefoot? We were just talking about I should wear flats. Well, not too flat. Really?
Copy. Male adult, critical condition, shot while in the car, no suspect in custody. CHP major crimes handling eastbound 105. Beautiful, love it. Thank you. Bye. Chopper assignment desk on frequency 1. Hi, male adult shot while in his car, taken to an area hospital. He is in critical condition. No suspect in custody. Major crimes division of the CHP is handling.
Whether they're flip flops, they still have a cushion. Yes, I can, sorry.
Yeah, that's their working theory, but they don't definitively know that. But yeah, the victim was at least in the car and is in critical condition.
Hey, got you. Thank you.
Oof. No, he wouldn't give me that, just that he was in critical. And Des, once we get through the top of this, if we can, I know it's a weird angle, but we'll try to get the plate there. Bye-bye, YouTube.